Hi everyone, welcome to the call. And as you can see, we're on RSSMasher on the FAQ, and you can see we've been busy today. In fact, we've been busy over the last few days. We've done some speed increases, but that's not what we're here to tell you about today. It's these two here that we've done. In the article forge section, we've got two things to show you. One is like a very nice little added thing that we probably should have put in from the start. If I edit this Cricket articles one and scroll down, you'll notice now that we've got the length column in here, which is quite nice because you can now see whether they were long or whether they were medium, that kind of thing. But the feature that we want to show you, so if I come out and we'll create a new campaign, and let's say we want to create one about cooking and be specifically about baking, for example, and click update. Now you've got the usual, you can enter the keyword yourself. You can obviously upload a CSV, and incidentally, we've now added the length here as well, so that you can override your default, and you can choose the Surfer SEO or the basic. But you'll notice we've got a new feature here called AutoSuggest. And what we've done here is we've interfaced into the search engines to be able to get what people are actually typing in based on the keyword that you give it. All you need to do is select AutoSuggest. And then you say, well, what length do we want? This is the default, long, very long. I'm going to go for very long because they're really, really working out really well. And the country code you can choose from. These are the ones. So if you want to use like the search engine results from Australia, you can, or Germany or France. I'm going to go with United States. And then in there, you type your keyword. So I've said this is about baking. So I'm going to put something really simple, like baking bread. There we go. You can see what it's done is it's found baking bread in oven. It's found baking bread recipes by hand, baking bread temperature, baking bread at home, baking bread 101, baking bread on air fryer. I mean, they're really good. But what it also did was it passed that back through our AutoSuggest tool, and it came back with the secondary keywords. So we've got baking bread in oven, we've got baking bread in oven from bread machine, etc. And then this one, we've got baking sourdough bread recipes by hand, hand baking bread recipes. Now, if you don't particularly like any of these, or there's some keywords in there you don't like, then just make sure you're on the enter keyword section there so you can see the controls, and you can click edit. And then that puts this in here so that you can change it. So if you didn't like baking bread at home recipes, you could just remove that. Baking bread at home from scratch, YouTube baking bread at home. For example, that YouTube one, let's say we didn't want that keyword. Just remove it. And then click update. But you can go and add multiples, baking bread, baking cakes, search and add keyword, and it'll just add them to the bottom. Baking cake videos, baking cake classes, baking cakes YouTube. But I mean, those are the words that are coming back from the AutoSuggest from the search engine. So to write an article about that, it's going to help you rank because that's what people are searching for. Well, there you go. I mean, it's so easy to use.
If you need pages and you have one keyword or several keywords in a row, it's real easy. You don't need Surfer, you don't need keywords everywhere or anything else. There is no excuses now for not building Article Forge campaigns. All you have to do is buy Article Forge. We've got the link we'll put below in the chat here, but it's really simple. I mean, it's just, guys, this is how we're building our PBN network, is with AI generated content from Article Forge. It does a pretty decent job, especially if you're using long or very long with subheadings. It does a great job for you. By giving you a variety in that subheading, you're going to get a better quality article back. And we've seen some people where they just copy the heading over to the subheading and they complain about the quality of the content. This is the way to get good content, is have good subheadings. The whole trick to Article Forge. And if you see a row that you don't like, you just highlight it and hit delete at the bottom.
Yep, like that one there, delete. Okay, come.
Guys, we'll see you on another call. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.